Namaste. Hi, Team Cariaga from Guru Yoga, and today we're doing a restorative practice on the mat, on the block, on the bolster. So have your equipment and props ready, and let's begin. So go at your own pace. Don't feel that you need to get into every posture. Be gentle on the body, as this is a restorative class. If you have any health issues or injuries that you're dealing with at this point, be mindful of them, and again, rest as much as necessary. And let's begin. So you can sit on your block or your bolster comfortably, with the palms facing up. And as we draw the eyes to shut, start to lift the spine and establish an awareness to your breathing in through the nose, and then back out again through the nostrils. Aiming to slow that breath down as you infuse one inhale to the next exhale, as you follow the 3 stages of your breathing. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause, and then followed by another inhale. So slow the breathing down. I want you to observe that breath, to feel the texture of your breath across your chest towards the pit of the belly, until you have that pause as you inhale, and then slowly drawing the air back out, allowing the heart rate to slow down, which will in turn bring the nervous system to calm down, and letting those thoughts, those emotions just drift off somewhere back into the distance. So bring awareness now to your fullest breath. Focusing in your little sanctuary for this time as you remain present and in this experience. So whatever you're doing within this practice, ensure that your transitions have the same importance. You're placing the same importance of the transitions as you do as a posture, as they're basically part of the posture, and then moving seamlessly from one to the next, being observant and paying attention to how you move in between those postures, similar to how you have the transition between an inhale and exhale. Still needed, still necessary, and still required in order for you to experience your practice at the highest level. So continue to breathe. This time the palms are facing down and the shoulders are relaxing. The spine continues to lift, your jaw unclenched. And a slight lift of the chin will allow you to look up somewhere in between the eyebrows. So we continue to purify by taking deeper inhales and extended exhales, cleansing the body from within, cleansing the energy from within. Removing the sediment from the mind and from the emotions that get stored, accumulated within the self. That stops us from moving freely or having the freedom and liberation mentally, spiritually, physically, in most cases. As you continue to follow that breath, I want you to feel the spine start to lift higher, chest also rising, and then grounding back into your mat as you exhale. So I want you to feel this lift, this expansion even, as you inhale into every part of your practice, and then a grounding, centering exhalation. Begin to notice that you'll stay grounded. You become anchored no matter what turbulence or chaos happens within your mind or your heart space or the emotions. You're completely anchored and grounded to what is happening at that moment, which is working on you, establishing a firm foundation on your spirituality and building upon that. So take another inhale, lift that heart space, and then relaxing on a long, committed exhale. And then with the palms facing down, we're going to start to transition into a little bit of a spiral. All right, feel the spine going up, spiraling up, as you take these circles as wide or as narrow as necessary. checking into the hips, the lower part of the body, and then working your way up across the chest, the shoulders, the back of the neck, and now even the scalp. Coming back to stillness, take a breath in, and then relaxing, exhale. Now coming forward, bending the elbows. Start to send the spine over the front edge of your mat or over the edge of the mat, depending on how you have it sitting on the floor. And then breathe through the shoulder blades. Have the back of the neck widening. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. Coming back to center. Take an inhale. And then we're going to twist left hand on the outside of the right leg. Breathe out. Start to look over the right shoulder. A gentle rotation here as you lift the spine and widen the chest. Inhaling. And then turning just a little bit more on the breath out. If you'd like, you can take your right hand behind your back. Maybe find the crease of your left hip or just sweep it across the lumbar spine. Breathing in. Turning using your exhale. And then release. Come back to center, switch sides. Right hand now to the outside of your left. Chest high, deep inhale. And then rotating on the breath out. Just ensure that the spine is continuing to lift. The chest continues to widen. And the rotation will continue to happen. Breathing in. Turning. And then back to center on the exhale. Alright, so come forward into your Balasana posture or child's pose. So you can take the block or bolster in this position here. Knees wide or closed. If you have a pillow, you can place the pillow underneath your chest. I want you to take the arms, spread them forward for a moment, let the forehead just turn off to the left. So pulling the shoulder blades back, take a deep breath in. And then soften on the exhale. Sitting on the bolster, chest up nice and high, pull the shoulder blades back, deep breath in. You're going to come forward onto the bolster, chest, exhale. So start to look over to the left side, arms could extend, nice and gentle, hips on the heels. You can choose this option, or you can take the hands back into this option. Whatever you feel is more comfortable for your neck. And drawing the eyes shut, continue to breathe. Long inhales. And then grounding exhales. Turn the head to the opposite side. As you turn your head to the left or the right. Breathing in. And then out. Really connect to the breath as you transition from one inhale to the next exhale. And allow yourself to just observe what may be going on in the head, mentally and emotionally. Breathe in again. And then coming back to center, exhale. So whether you have a block or a bolster on your mat, I want you to slowly take your right shoulder to the block. Head lands softly. Left arm's going to extend, or you can take it in the same position as your right. Really twisting from the mid to upper back. Breathing in. And then out again. A deep inhale. Spread the shoulder blades wide. Feel like you're pushing it away from your hands. And then exhaling. Fill the lungs again. And as you release, transition again gracefully to the opposite side. So left shoulder on the floor, or the block, or the bolster. Left ear to follow, extending both arms. And breathing. Take one more inhale. And then coming back to center on the breath out. So sitting on your block or your bolster, in this position, we're going to take that right knee, leave it on the ground, left knee's here. We're going to reach up with the right arm, take an inhale. We're going to sweep it across, both hands on the floor. So as you pull your belly button away from the inner thigh, we're going to keep the chest up, take an inhale, and just start to turn with the chest on the breath out. So you can look towards the floor as you pull your shoulders away from the ears, whether the fingertips are on the ground or your hands are flat. Find whatever option works for you. Take a deep inhale from here. Really pull that left knee across the midline of your mat as you exhale. Feel the lungs. Turning on the breath out. Taking your left hand now to the floor, the block, or the bolster as you continue this twist. Deep breath in, really feeling that left hip grounding into the floor, towards the floor as you exhale. Feel the lungs. Turn, and then release of exhale. We'll switch sides. So taking the left knee, bringing it back down, right foot grounds. You can start off with the left arm high, inhale. Turn, and then take the left arm on the outside of the knee as you exhale. You can move your right foot across if you're not getting that full range. And then both hands now, turning. Ensure that the spine is upright at a certain angle as you continue to lift upwards on the inhale, and then pressing the right hip into the floor or the block or the bolster as you exhale. Breathe in. And the right hand now reaches behind you, continuing to turn as you exhale. Use your exhales to let go whatever tension is stored in these twisting postures. Feel the lungs. Turn a little bit more and then exhale. And then slowly come back to center. Now taking both feet in this position, I'll adjust my mat or my bolster to here. If you have a strap handy, we'll take it. Alright, so if you can use your fingertips, you can grab that. So right arm high, left hand behind us, interlacing your fingers, or if you need a towel or strap to assist, we're here. Pull the shoulder blades back together, take a breath in, and then feel like that left arm is pulling the right arm down to get a stretch of the triceps and even the left shoulder. Take an inhale, close the eyes, and then widen the chest, exhale. Ensure that your mula bandha, pelvic floor, is completely active, and your transverse abdominis, your uddiyana bandha, the lock that's around your organs, the lower half of your torso. I want you to engage that. You'll support the spine, maintain that neutral position of each vertebra, breathing in, chest widening, and then exhale. Take one more inhale. And then release the left arm as you breathe out. Take a long wide circle backwards with the left arm, inhaling. And then back again, opposite side. Beautiful. We switch sides. Take your strap, left hand high, or interlace your fingers behind your back, right hand low. Take a deep breath in, chest widening, shoulders relaxing, and then exhale. Observe whatever tension's happening within the physical body, and then send your exhales in that direction. The key is to relax, to completely calm. No matter what posture you're in, a state of tranquility, ease. Nothing is forced. You're just experiencing your body letting go of tension, of tightness, of soreness. While the eyes remain closed, you still have the slight lift of the chin. You're looking up in between the eyebrows. Long inhale. And then slowly release that right arm on the breath out. Transition to take your right arm to the sky. Breathing in. Big wide circle. Back down. And then exhale. Switch sides in the reverse order. Inhale. Nice and high. And then back down to center. Full breath out. Alright, if you can't, grab your arms behind your back, use a strap. Otherwise, grab the forearms. Chest up nice and wide. You can take the knees a little bit wider this time. Take a breath in. And I want you to slowly turn the head to the left as you exhale. So really relaxing through the shoulders. Feeling the front of the shoulders, just opening up. Inhaling, lifting the chin slightly higher, and then switching sides. Exhale. Take one more breath in. Chest widening. Then returning back to center. Exhale. So palms facing down, shoulder blades back. Chest up nice and high. And just observe this pose. Pay attention to it, even in this stillness. Removing all fears of suffering. Suffering physically, suffering mentally, suffering emotionally. One of the quickest ways to release tension that's been created within the mind and sent toward the body. Deep inhale. And then slowly coming to a fold as you breathe out. So you need to take the bolster forward. We'll come into Balasana. Arms come forward if you like, chest on the thighs. You can bring your chin forward onto the bolster block. If you want to turn your head as an option, turn your head as an option. And start to feel the front of the throat lengthening. If you have any shoulder issues, the arm's going to go a little bit wider. Breathing in. And then slowly coming back to center on the exhale. So left hand on the floor bolster, right arm behind your back, right shoulder to either the thigh or the floor. And start to just look to the left. Feel the right shoulder starting to ground towards the floor. So you have the option to stay here. Your next option is to take your left hand to your right wrist. And then just start to pull the hand away from the face. You're going to begin to get a little bit of a turn. So observing the muscles in the neck starting to relax. The muscles across the front of the shoulders also softening. Take an inhale. And slowly switch sides, exhale. This time left ear. You can choose to take the arms forward to start off with. Ensuring that you're breathing the back ribs into the ceiling, into the sky. And then relaxing through the shoulders as you exhale. And then taking the arms behind the back. Right hand grabs left wrist. You're going to slightly lean to the left side. Onto the left leg or chest or bolster. Take a full breath in. Just roll that right shoulder back as you exhale. Inhaling here. And slowly release, come back up to sitting as you exhale. Coming off the knees, you can place your feet on the block or the bolster now. So Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet that touch, knees wide. I'm going to stay upright for a moment, just here in this position. And then we're going to come forward. Inhale. Extend the arms. Over. Exhale. So it's not necessarily you need to get as close as you can towards the floor. It's more about lengthening the spine over the block or the bolster, with the block or bolster where the ankles are. On the bench, you're going to start to fold. You can place a block or pillar underneath your chest. You can take your hands here to support the forehead. Now send the spine forward. Lifting on the inhale slightly, and then grounding into the floor as you exhale. Go for one more, full inhale. And then releasing, coming back on the breath out. So legs are gonna go straight now. Place the block underneath your chest. And I want you to slowly take the arms back, chin forward, palms facing up behind you. You can place a pillow underneath your chest if you like as well. Turning the head in whatever direction allows you to feel more comfortable and safe. And then lengthening the spine. Really begin to just fold forward. And then begin to adjust accordingly as you start to get a little bit lower and feel less tension in the lower back, across the shoulder blades. Breathe in again, and then slowly come up to sitting as you exhale. Alright, so we got that forward fold going. Move the bolster out of the way. I'm going to take a 90-90 stretch, so you can use the bolster if you need to. So 90 degrees in relation to your edge of your mat, whether it's the front or the side as I'm here. Your left leg is also going to be at 90 degrees, so you have like an imaginary square in between the foot and the knee on that right to left side. Chest up nice and high. So you can use your bolster, your block now to assist you in this position. Chest up, and then really feel like you're sitting into that left hip. So you remain square, you're not leaning to the right. We're here, and you're going to feel an internal rotation of this left hip and an external rotation of the right. And come back to closing the eyes. You may feel a nice stretch here across the right side of the body. And then really relaxing through the glutes, through that left hip complex area. And we're having this constant focus on your breathing, which will allow the muscles to relax. And then take one more inhale. Coming across the body as you exhale. So now you're going to place the block maybe in this position here, or the bolster. I want you to just lean into that left side. Alright? You can use your left hand to support if you need to, otherwise we're here. I want you to take your right arm over your head. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. You can choose to look down, or sideways, or up. And then reach across with that right arm. Getting the entire right side of the torso here to release, but all at the same time, you're feeling the inside of your left hip. Pull the toes on that left foot back to the knee to support the joints and ligaments in that area. And then continue to breathe. You find that the arm gets heavy, you can take your right hand behind your neck, nice and soft. And just lead with the elbow as you continue to widen the chest. full inhale. And then back to center, full breath out. So now we're going to modify for your pigeon pose. This time you're going to take your hip to the block or bolster, rotate your left leg back so the inner thigh is rotating up towards the ceiling, chest up nice and high. You can keep your hands here. So I want a 90-degree angle. It gives you a proper stretch in the hip in comparison to, we see a lot of this. That works too, but more of the hamstring, whereas we want to get all the smaller muscles in the hips to release. So we're in this position here. Toes pull back towards the knees, inhale to lift, and then that left hip is going to come forward as the right hip rotates back on the exhale. So whether the arms are straight, forward, or to the ground, you still want to ensure that this area, the hip region, remains active and engaged. Just flopping in and folding in and dumping in to the floor. But again, involving yourself to find that breath, to find that stretch, to find that release, and eventually find some joy. Above all that. Breathe in again, one long inhale. And this time coming forward as you exhale. So sending the spine directly over that right leg. Arms are straight, lighten the fingertips, and then the shoulders pull away from the ears. Keep bringing that left hip forward as the right hip rotates back. Breathe in again, and then slowly come back up on the exhale, coming back to the ground, and then we switch sides. So taking a 90-degree angle, nice and slow, to transition again. It's somewhat graceful. A square and invisible one between your legs, and then that right hip, you're going to sit back on it as your right knee is at 90 degrees in relation to the right foot. And then drawing the eyes to shut. Again, if you need the block back to here to give you a little bit of stability, go for it. And I want you to sit back onto that right hip. Breathe in again. And then slowly coming across to your right side as you exhale. So here, you can take your right elbow to the floor, you can take the arm and straighten it out. We're going to take that left arm over our head. Just relax through that right hip. The option is here, Another option is there. Let's see if you want to take both arms in the same direction. That's an option as well. And feel this entire side of your arms over your head lengthening. Breathing into that left side, that left rib cage, really stretching it out on the inhale. And then feel it in your right hip, relaxing on the exhale. Draw one more breath in, lengthen, and then release, come back to center, exhale. Alright, so we're going to use the bolster on this side, block 90 degrees, right leg goes back. Again, adjust the height of your block or bolster, so ensuring that the hips are not squared or flared out, but somewhat even. I have to go here, just adjust. Chest up nice and high, right hip comes forward, left hip rotates back. You can use the arms to support you, and then just observe yourself lifting. As you have a little bit of rotation with the hips, or draw your right hip forward, left hip pulls back slightly. And I want you to relax. No matter what you're feeling, what you're thinking, how you're emoting, or whatever emotions come up, just go through them. Relax through those thoughts, and use your breath to assist you. As you slowly come forward, inhale. You can extend the arms to the ground. Exhale. If you want to go further forward and go to the elbows, by all means, do so. But still ensure that that core is still engaged and the hips are still making that move. One forward on the right side and then the other side backwards. Continue to come forward, extending the arms, shoulders away from the ears, breathing in and then out. Draw one breath in. And then slowly come up as you exhale. So now the hip should be relatively clear. You can take the legs slightly wider, shoulder blades back. Right? You can take the stance narrow as wide as you can. In this position here, on or off the block or the bolster. And I want you to draw the other shots with the hands. You feel like you're rolling the inner thighs back. So spine is upright, chest wide, and you're leaning back minimally. Inhaling and then relaxing on the breath out. So come off the bolster. We're blocked. Legs are still going to go wide from here. We're going to take our chest up. We're going to turn to the right side. Feel that left thigh rotate out behind you. Breathe in. And you're going to come forward, lengthening as you exhale. So options here. You can take the bolster or the block across the chest or even a pillow. You can grab the foot or just extend the arms and begin to fold. And really feel like that left foot is rolling out, the inner thigh rolling back, away from the midline of your space. Draw one more inhale, and then slowly come back up on the exhale. And we're going to take this left foot to the inner thigh of the right hand side. You can use your strap slowly if you need to. If you need to grab your right foot with your left hand, we're here. Otherwise, we're in that position. If you find that you're leaning too far forward, you can always place the block or the bolster underneath, chest up nice and high, take a breath in, and then rotate on the exhale. So start to look over the right shoulder. You can use your right hand to support on the floor, and then just feel the left knee drawing closer to the mat, breathing in, twisting, and then breathe out. One more inhale, and then releasing, coming back. This time we're going to fold. You can choose to put the foot on the inside of the thigh or the hip crease. Hands up, take a breath in. We're going to forward fold, exhale. So feel the left shoulder coming forward more than the right, but you're still extending the spine over the right leg. Neck long, inhale, and then slowly come back up, exhale. You switch sides. So still in that split position, chest up nice and high, take a breath in. You can bring the hands over your head if you like, and then we're going to fold over the leg as you exhale. Again, using the block or the bolster to extend your chest forward. And just ensuring that the breath remains constant, lengthened, and completely relaxed. One more inhale, and slowly come back up on the breath out. So we're going to take our right foot now on the inside, in this position here. You can use a strap if you need to as well, and then slowly place the foot on top. I'm going to take a bind, breathe in, and then turning on the exhale. So if the bind's not there, you can always use the strap, right, if the more upright you want to be. Really feeling the hips grounding into the floor, that right knee drawing down as you push your left heel away. The chest stays upright as you inhale, or further forward depending on your hand positioning, and then turning on the exhale. Breathe in again, and then releasing, coming forward, exhale. So leaving the foot where it is, hands up nice and high, breathe in, and then folding, exhale. So lead the stretch with that right shoulder. And as you feel your right hip press into the floor, create more space to the right side, the right torso. Inhale again, and then slowly come up, exhale. Now take the bolster or the block in front of you again. This time you can take your feet a bit wider for that splits position, back. Now we're going to take the hands. You can either bring them back behind you, lead with the heart space in this position, or you're going to take the arms forward on the breath in, and then slowly lower closer towards the floor as you exhale. Whether the cheek is on one side of the block, pillow or bolster, or the other, find something that's suitable and start to lengthen. The knees could stay bent, but if you find that you can lengthen them and straighten them out, do so. Inhale again. And then slowly come up. Exhale. Alright, so slowly transition now to taking the block of the bolster underneath the hamstrings. We're going to go up with the legs. So onto your back, slide the bolster underneath, legs to the sky. You can angle the bolster across a little bit through the back, but more so on the hips, and then push the heels up as the toes spread wide. You can take the hands wide if you need to, or over your head if you have any shoulder issues. Just take the arms a little bit wider in the shape of a V. And then draw the eyes to shut. Follow that breath as it rises into the lungs, and then ground you back as you exhale. So if you want to go into halasana or plow, you're going to slowly take the legs back towards the chest. You can use your hands to support the hips until you take the feet over your head. You don't necessarily need to touch. If you find that your feet are better higher, which doesn't compromise the lower back, keep your feet elevated. Otherwise, push the heels away and breathe. Ensure that you're always looking up. And you still have a little bit of a space underneath the back curve of your neck. Deep breath in, and then slowly come down one vertebrae at a time as you exhale. So you're going to slowly move that block or bolster out of the way. We're going to come into Ananda Blasana, blissful baby. So grab the inner arches of each foot, take the knees out nice and wide. Breathe in. And a slow and gentle rock as you exhale. And as you come back to stillness, take one inhale. And then release, come into Shavasana as you breathe out. So with the toes rolling off to the sides, the palms face up. You can choose to do your music. Set up whatever music you like. And put me on mute or silent. Otherwise, I will play some music. And just immerse yourself into this space. Allow yourself to let go, to surrender, to observe while surrendering. And begin to notice that it becomes more of a natural state of being for you to be calm and relaxed, rather than you trying to search for it. awaken from Shavasana, start to move your fingers and toes, your wrists, your ankles. As you draw your hands over your head, inhale, lengthening, and then breathe out. And then slowly bending the knees towards the chest. If you have a block or a bolster, just slowly move that out of the way. And then take the knees to the right, using your arm as a cushion or pillow to guide you. To rest the head, to support the spine. While the eyes remain closed, come to a sitting position, facing the front, leading the hands back to your heart in prayer, Atmananjali Mudra, thumbs softly connecting to the chest. And in this oasis of peace and tranquility, this calmness, we'll send that one Om. Inhale. Slight bow of the chin, hands lift to Ajna. Honoring yourself, honoring your practice, honoring each other. Namaste. Thank you for watching, thank you for joining in. Make sure to check out our other videos and keep on track. Namaste.